What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Busy Dad's Board Gaming. My name is Neil Odette, and today we're going to be peeling back the plastic and doing an unboxing of Incan Gold by Gryphon Games. So let's dive right into it. So taking a look at the front of the box, we have Incan Gold, designed by Alan R. Moons and Bruno Fedutis. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but it is a race for ancient artifacts. So presumably we are archaeologists or treasure hunters out to gain glory or gain treasure, what have you. We got some snakes here and some spiders, so there may be some deterrence along the way. So let's take a look at the back of the box and see what it says. So taking a look at the back of the box, as I mentioned, designed by Gryphon Games for ages 8 plus, takes 20 to 40 minutes, and is 3 to 8 players. Let's have a read. You and your fellow adventurers explore the ruins of an ancient Incan temple, looking for turquoise, obsidian, and gold. At every turn, you must decide whether to play it safe by returning to camp with the treasure you've gathered so far, or to be a truly intrepid adventurer and keep on exploring. Going further into the ruins means risking your treasure by falling victim to giant spiders, wandering mummies, fire spouts, and venomous snakes. But priceless Incan artifacts are rumored to exist here, and you can be the one to discover them if you conquer your fears and forge ahead. What is your threshold for danger? How much treasure is enough for you? Find out by exploring Incan Gold. So it looks like we have some camps here. We got our meeples and some treasure, I guess. So let's open up the box and see what's actually inside. So when we take the top off the box, we see that we have the rules right here. Again, 3 to 8 players, ages 8 and up, duration 20 to 40 minutes. The idea of the game, which was written on the box, so there's no need to read that again. Components that can be found, and then preparation, so the setup, which is 2 paragraphs, nothing massive. It's a very easy game to learn, very easy game to teach, which is great. Talks about playing the game and a game round. So you have the player's choice, which you're choosing from turn to turn as you go further into the temple, whether you're going to stay or you're going to run before it gets to be too much. So everybody at the table does that simultaneously, and people who leave get all their treasure that they found throughout the entire round. However, you can choose to stay and hopefully get more treasure, but if you come across a couple of hazard cards of the same type, everyone's scared of the temple and you leave everything behind. There's also artifact cards that you can gain, and each artifact will be worth a different amount of points depending on the artifact that it actually is. The game lasts 5 rounds, and then the treasure that you gain throughout the entire game is totaled up, and whoever has the most wealth wins. And that's pretty much it. That's the rules. Taking a look under that, we have meeples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 meeples, as you would expect. And then the different treasures. So you have turquoise, the black obsidian, and the yellow gold. Over here, we've got a deck of cards, which I think I'm actually going to wait till the end because I'm actually interested to see what we have here. So these are your tents. So I actually played the French version of this called Diamant, where everybody actually had a treasure chest, but this is your tent. At the end of the round, whatever treasure you've collected and you've managed to get out of the temple gets stored inside your tent so that nobody else can see, and then at the very end you count everything up that's inside your tent, and whoever has the most wins. So you have, of course, 8 tents, 1 for each player. Now let's take a look at the cards. Okay, so these are the different artifacts. So there are 5. They're numbered given their value, so 5, 7, 8, 10, and 11. These can be found from round to round. However, there is a possibility that you don't find them and you lose out on that treasure. And then we have the hazard cards. So there are 3 of each hazard. And what happens is, as you make your way into the temple, you create a pathway of cards, laying one down after another, collecting treasures as you go. When the hazard comes up, nothing happens. However, if you were to get 2 hazards of the same, everybody gets scared away, and then you leave the temple without having gained any treasure. But you do lose one of those hazards cards. So if we had gotten this, and then we got a few treasure cards along the way, collecting treasure, and then a second one of the same type that has previously been laid down comes out, everyone that's still in the temple gets scared away, you lose all that treasure, and then you do discard one. So then there's less likely of a chance that you'll encounter that same trap again. So that's the hazards or the traps. Like I said, 3 of each. And then you have the actual treasures. So as I mentioned, when you're going through the temple, you draw a treasure card. Say you're playing 3 players. You draw a treasure card, you lay that out, and it's a total 5. In this case, 5 turquoise. So what happens is each player, in this case for 3 players, will grab 1. And because it can't be divided equally amongst 3 players, 2 will be left on the card. Then you continue on. People decide whether or not they want to stay or they want to leave. And then it carries on the same way. So you draw another card, place it down, in this case 11. Each player you divvy up equally amongst 3 players. Whatever can't be divvied up gets placed on the card, and then you carry on again. So the whole purpose is to try and get as far as you can within the temple, collecting as much treasure as you can, but then making it out safely, either with an artifact or without, because you can get scared out by hazards and be left completely empty. And then we have the 5 temple cards that is explained in the rules, so you can go back and take a pause of that and see what that's all about. But that's pretty much it for Incan Gold. Relatively simple game, very easy to learn and teach, as I mentioned, but very fun. It's a really good push your luck sort of game. I will be doing a full how to play and probably a full review of this later on in the future. So do feel free to subscribe and like the video and share it with a buddy or 2, as it goes a long way in helping the channel grow. But that's pretty much it for now. Until next time, as always, happy gaming.